Hello, everybody, and welcome. Right. What are you laughing at, Dave? I'm so smooth.
Someone cheered 69 bits for me.
Oh, good. There you go. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're gonna play some D&D. What is this? Episode 14? We played. 14
yeah, 14. It's 14.
Wow.
I know. Aren't we so consistent?
You're doing it. You're gaining levels. You're playing D&D. How's everybody doing?
Some of us are gaining levels. Some of us are gaining the same levels again
and again.
Level 2. The level's so nice you played it twice. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe today you will become real adventurers like Guerreris and Lane.
Well, we're not going to gain levels because we're going to be 100 points shy.
I love how y'all are talking like you're going to hit the cap for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have with every single past adventure has hit the cap.
That's not true. There was one you hit the minimum. You like bottomed out on that one where you all died. Yeah. You got pity
XP.
We died. Oh yeah. Well,
I didn't get any.
Okay, but we all died. So
I mean,
in the instances where I get XP, I always get all the XP, right?
Yeah. Let's talk about we all died for a moment. I believe that half of you died.
Listen.
Half of you died.
I don't want to talk semantics. It still hurts. It still hurts.
But it's a role-playing game. That's all we have is semantics.
My heart still hurts for the losses of Hiri.
Yeah, it's true. So today we're going to probably finish The Courting of Fire, which is cool. I'm excited about that.
After that, do we have The Marrying of Fire?
No, you have The Rejection of Fire, and then The Sobbing of Tears.
The long doomed engagement to fire.
Yeah. The divorcing of fire.
The
long and awkward court proceedings of fire. The alimony of fire. The doom of modern romance. Yeah, rough. Rough. No, the next adventure, I can't remember what it's called. We'll talk about it later.
Sobbing of fire.
We're about halfway through the season. This is the 5th of 14 adventures. We're getting there. I guess we're a third of the way through. Yeah, y'all are doing good. I've made some folks who watched keep it together, Blue Jay. Jesus.
I can't.
I can't.
She can't.
Keep it together. I can't.
This is all I have left.
If anybody can make a perception check and find Blue Jay's ability to even, she seems to have lost it. For folks who watched the pre-show thing that I did for this one, I've made some adjustments to the encounters. Just because this team is too OP, so I've nudged the encounter slightly.
Too OP.
This team is
Did
too
you not
OP.
see the kobolds destroy us?
That's the only situation in which you're not OP for this adventure. I wanted to. You'll see. We can talk about it after. All I did was adjust one encounter from standard party to strong party.
Okay, so that's where we go.
Okay, so we're a strong party. That's
I mean, you're not technically, according to the rules of the game. Numerically, you're an average party, but Dave is too good at D&D, and so I had to adjust.
And so all of us must be punished.
I called Wizards of the Coast, and I was like, I'm having this problem. There's this player in my group, and they were like, oh, you mean Dave? Yeah, so here's the rules adjustment for playing with Dave. Just do these things. It's weird. Yeah, they're going to publish it in the next version of the Player's Handbook. It's right at the back. If you're playing with a Dave, this is how to adjust.
It's really weird. I got this letter through, and they were like, "Yeah, we're looking to make a new supplement. It's the DHB, and we're going to give it to you. And it has all of the same classes, except they all suck."
The Davers Handbook. Nerf Dave. Yep, Nerf Dave 2017.
D&D actually stands for Dave and Dave.
Daving and Daving. Yeah, special Dave patch. It was applied recently to the rules, so so I'm just adjusting that. Yeah, so that's a thing. And I wanted to, before we continue, Elf, because I know you were dying to say so. How do you feel about Tyranny, Elf?
What? Yeah, it's really good. I have this little itching in the back of my brain that's like, I could be playing that now.
Yeah, why are you playing Tyranny right now?
Yeah, weird. I just got this email that says Distracted Alpha's gone live playing. Wait, what's going on?
You have 2 monitors, right?
It's fine. It's totally.
No, I'm definitely going back to playing it after this though, like
Nice.
immediately. So
When we were
Good
playing Court of Swords, which is another D&D show that I do, Dan, one of the cast members, because he's got a 2 PC setup and was running this horror month thing where he was live or broadcasting something on his channel the whole time. While we were playing, he was live both in our game and on his own channel, rebroadcasting his own stuff. And people would come into the chat and be like, "Wait, what the hell is going on? How is he in 2 places at once?" Oh, the internet. It's magic and full of lies.
the internet.
The internet.
Boggles my mind.
Yeah. So
Let's play some Dungeons
yeah,
and
speaking of
Dragons.
things that aren't real, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
The sooner we power through the courting of fire, the sooner I can look at Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Polo's Guide to Being a Kobold. Yeah. Well, we can talk about that. We'll save some space for kobold discussion at the end of the
gonna happen.
session.
I don't want to pressure it, but I also want to do it. All right.
So, in the previous session of this adventure, y'all were employed by the Lord Sage of Flan, the High Nerd, who asked you to find out what happened to some books of his. Egghead was sad that he lost his bookie books. And so you were sent to don't shake your head, it's a perfectly cromulent Simpsons reference, Dave. So you were sent to go look for the 2 junior scribes who had made off with them, and it's been made evidently clear that this is all part of, as many things have been in your past, a Cult of the Dragon plot. So
we can't move like 5 feet without tripping over a dragon plot these days.
seriously, they're everywhere, all
They're
over.
just like
Countryside is right.
in every trash can. There's some dragon plot going on.
Yeah.
Well, there's a kobold in every trash can.
Kobolds are trash.
That was
And
actually
the
part of.
kobolds are plotting.
Says the Dark Elf.
Kobolds are cool.
That was that was part of the current government of Flan. It was part of their re-electment campaign. A kobold in every trash can. It's important to have a trash kobold. And so you you did a little sleuthing. The Lane Graveris Detective Agency did their thing. And and now you are standing in a ring of stones as we fade back in amidst the bodies of many kobolds. We see these stones, and we sort of follow the camera down between the cracks of this pile of stones, down a set of stairs to a crypt or some kind of underground lair, now littered with the bodies of the dead. Several former zombies tossed about as the result of your most recent scuffle.
We did kind of wreck them.
Yeah, you kind of did.
I mean, they were just all coming to the doorway, and we just stood by the doorway, and we're like, "Oh, thank you for coming right at me."
We are the Adventurous Party Greeting Company.
Yeah.
We brought you a fruit basket and smite.
Yeah, it turns out putting a paladin in the front of this bottleneck and then having zombies just pour onto you makes it not difficult to destroy them. Yeah. Sound tactical choices were made, and the zombies were dispatched. So ahead of you, the sort of great hall of this underground structure can be seen. It's about 80 feet across, and goes as far as your collective dark visions allow you to see. There are carved columns running down the center of the hall, and they're carved to look like multi-headed chromatic dragon Tiamat, the goddess of bad time dragons. To the left and right are 2 sets of double doors, one on either side of the hall, about halfway up from where you can see. And somewhere ahead of you in the darkness, you can hear a faint, like, shuffling There's an occasional like sort of rhythmic thumping sound and some groaning in the distance.
So there's some kind of they're going at it. These zombies. This is what I'm hearing.
It's not. Yeah. I would. You can draw whatever conclusion you'd like from the description of what is
The
available.
rhythmic thumping, the groaning.
Remind
Yes.
me never to have sex with you. It sounds awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just saying, if that's your experience,
All right.
I would not like to be
Okay.
involved.
It's brutal.
So, about Dungeons and Dragons.
We were talking about
He
this.
tries desperately to pull the conversation back.
Okay.
Oh, Dave.
Blaine's going to advance into the room.
All right.
All right.
Fine.
Does he die to traps? Yeah.
No, Lane, you do not die immediately to traps. The place has a sort of musty, kind of like turned earth scent to it. As I described before, many of the sort of mosaic panels in the walls and the ceiling are broken through, and there's the soil of the land above visible. Roots of trees sort of poking through in various places.
Are there any skeletons on the ceiling? I think
Um,
Oleander looks very pointedly to see if there are skeletons on the ceiling.
no, Oleander, there are no ceiling skeletons waiting
Okay.
to grab at you.
That's good.
So, the groaning noises. Now that we're a bit closer in. Directly ahead of us. Okay.
Yes, yeah, directly ahead of you. And as you proceed into the room, you can maybe see, you start to make out at the dim edges of your vision, two sort of humanoid shapes using their arms to bash against a door. One of them sort of groaning, like scratching at the door. The other kind of hitting it repeatedly with its fists. They don't seem to have noticed you. They're very intent on getting at whatever's behind the door.
So I turn and I'm just like, you want to do the ranged surprise attacks? Get your you could
Are you
say that
asking me?
well, both of you who are able, it would probably be advantageous to your attacks.
Sure.
If you're ready to handle them when they come at us, then I will shoot them now, if that is what you request.
What's the opposite of inspiration? Can I take your inspiration away, Dave?
I have a question.
It would be advantageous to attack from a position of stealth, sneakily. Yes, Andrew.
These pillars, are they big enough for me to hide behind?
You could like press your back to one and like pull your arms in, but they're not like they're probably about as big across as your shoulders are. They don't offer a lot of additional cover.
Okay.
Some,
I want
but not all.
to conceal myself somewhere so that I can sneak attack these zombies when they come at us.
Okay. There isn't. Yeah, I mean you
So
can.
there isn't. So the pillar is not good for that.
I mean, they're zombies. If they were anything else, I probably wouldn't. I would probably just say no. They don't provide enough cover. But you're a rogue, and you have the blessing of mask. Let's say you can hide. You can take the hide action using the pillar as an excuse, as fictional positioning to do so. But you do it at disadvantage because again, like you're limited to just sort of standing behind.
You're standing like this.
Yeah. You have a shrub in front of you, and you're slowly walking.
Like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess my other option would be to sneak up on them, but yeah. Anyways, whatever. I'm just gonna roll a stealth.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap. I rolled a 1.
Okay. All right.
I get 7.
All right, let's see if they notice you. The rest of you just moving into the room will eventually get their attention because some of you are wearing armor and you're making noise.
All right, well,
let's-
because Lane was like, yo, like, let's shoot at these things, I'm like, all right.
I'm like ready to Eldritch Blast as soon as the arrow flies.
Wow. Okay, so these particular zombies are incredibly perceptive for zombies.
Evidently.
And I think that Graveris, before you even get there, I would say you're probably still like back there. They like turn suddenly at the sound or the scent or something of you, and like turn around. One of them the one that was like pounding on the wall like turns. There's like these big like bloody like streaks on the wall where he's kind of like just bashing his fist raw. Like turns around, arms dripping with ichor, and looks at you. And let's roll initiative.
Okay.
They definitely are going to.
Goddamn perceptive Zambos.
Yeah, seriously.
So perceptive.
At least they'll be slow.
I'm just going to point
it
out
wouldn't
this
be a
game
problem if your
is
stealth
as rigged as ever.
bad.
Adam's still rolling natural 20s on everything.
It's fine. I just got a 6 on my initiative. Cool.
Still faster
All right.
than me.
So yeah, at the rate, the slow rate that these creatures move, the Zambonis slowly come
Holy
towards you
crap.
to attack.
Did you actually just do that the right way
I
around?
know it happens occasionally. Sometimes when you put the USB stick, it doesn't take 3 tries, but this time I figured it out. Oleander or Graveris, whoever has the highest dexterity bonus, go ahead and take your
That
turn.
is moi.
Mine is +2, so
Yeah. So I noticed the zombie. Oleander notices the zombies turning their faces, their ugly zombie faces, and draws back her longbow. And I'm gonna actually hail of thorns their butts.
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
Um,
Which
I
of
haven't
these 2 squares are you standing in? The right one or the left one? You're between the 2. Are you directly behind Graveris, or are you like offset to the left?
I'm offset behind Graveris.
Okay.
And I haven't entered Hail of Thorns in yet, but it's 1d10 with a. Let me just one sec.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll roll for attacking.
Okay.
You shoot them with your ugly arrows.
Yeah, utility. Oh yeah, I forgot how
Like
ugly your arrows are. Ew, they're so gross.
Ugly arrows. You're so rude. But
All right, so you hit with your boring ugly arrow.
boring, ugly arrows.
That's okay. Eventually
Okay.
you'll run out of them.
Hail of Thorns is a dexterity saving throw. For the Zombos.
Right. Okay. So how much damage does your arrow do? 10.
Uh-huh.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
And then they make a dex
They
save.
take dex save.
The one you hit gets a 1, and the other one gets a 10. So they both fail.
Yeah.
Okay. So 7 damage on the Hail of Thorns.
Okay, so they both take
So
7.
the one, yeah. So I would say I probably shot at the one on the left, so
I
he gets the
figured.
arrow damage. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I love the idea of like an arrow that you fire that when it hits, all these like thorny like vines.
It's
spring
like
out.
sprouts into a
Basically
bush, yeah.
plants a thorn bush
Yeah.
inside of the creature.
So all these like thorns like burst out of him. He staggers into the other one and tears at its flesh. And now he's all like off balance because he's this like thorn bush growing out of part of the side of him, and like he's got a thorn like vine coming out of his nose.
It'd be interesting if it had if it affected them after the first attack, but I don't think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
because
They're
explode
they
them or
have
something.
thorns all over now.
I think it's
but-
I think it's meant to just I just gave
Be like
him some
ripping.
response. Yeah, I think it's meant to like more like be an explosion
Yeah.
than it is to be like a
Well, I like
they're
how you
zombies, so this
describe
is
it
much
better.
cooler. Yeah. Okay. Lane. No wait.
Can we-
Graveris, it's your turn.
It was Graveris, but can I just make a quick suggestion? Oleander and probably Anastasia, if you want to actually get directly behind me, because if I was designing this encounter, I think these 2 doors at the side would open and extra zombies would come in.
Well, I'm gonna play not metagamey, and I'm gonna stand where my character is standing.
Okay.
It's okay.
Uh,
Graveris will take the hit anyway if something comes out.
You could shout something. I mean,
You could in-game
Sort of
talk to
in-character,
us and
yeah.
be like, "Get behind me!
Yeah,
I'll protect
Stay
you."
away from the doors. Stay behind me. Don't let them surround us, or something to this effect.
sure.
Cool.
all right. So I'm gonna back over to the wall
Okay.
over here.
Yep.
And I will short bow this
Down.
Zam.
Okay.
I didn't know you had a short bow.
Let's chat after saying that, actually, just in case.
Is a 10 a hit?
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely.
Great. It takes 3 damage.
All right. It now has 2 arrows sticking out of it, and is kind of still in the midst of like figuring out what the hell's going on, so it can attack you. Lane, now it is your turn.
Okay. Since they're quite far away and they're unlikely to reach me this turn, I will use divine sense and check the 2 doorways for extra zombos.
Okay. And what's the distance on your divine sense?
I think it's 60 feet,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
think it
blocked
is.
by. Hang on, let me click.
It's blocked by like a foot of stone, though.
Yes, but
Yeah.
the doors are not a foot thick.
No.
That's not behind total cover. Okay. So you can't actually, if you want to not do that, that's fine, because you wouldn't be able, because total cover means you couldn't possibly see them. So in another room is.
That makes sense. I guess in that case, what I'll do is I'll head over to this side and I'll say what I said before. It's like, be careful of the doors.
If you take a glance back, you can see I kind of like am moving towards where you are to like stand behind you, basically. Once
I
I
take a readied action. If any creature comes through the door, I will attack it.
Okay. Cool.
Because I didn't even have enough gold to buy a bow. Actually, I can't use a bow anymore.
It's okay. You've got a big sword. Who needs a bow?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So while they are unable to both move and attack because they are slow, the 2 Zambonis approach you, Graveris, shambling forward, groaning.
Oh no, undead Zambonis.
Trying to grab at you, but they're slow, right? They only move 20 feet, so they have to take both their actions to get to you. Anastasia, it is your turn.
Anastasia, yes. I will step over behind Lane so that if anything comes through any of the doors, like Lane's going to be in front of me. And I will proceed to do Eldritch Blast on the zombie closest to me.
Okay.
So Eldritch Blast. And
Which one is the left one? Oh, never mind.
You miss.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I missed. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The zombie is not affected by your Eldritch.
that's my turn.
Blast. Okay. Oleander, we return to the top of the order. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna save Gravaris because I love him. She's gonna Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Ship confirmed.
Yeah.
I like that you're saving someone who is not actually in any kind of real danger yet.
Yeah.
Well,
I
he's
will
got
save you.
face.
It's like knocking a croissant out of someone's hand and be like, that could have killed you. Cholesterol.
Yes. Okay. I do have 2 first level spells. I just had to make sure.
Okay.
So I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the zombie directly in front of Gravaris and shoot him in the face.
Kerblow. You very definitely hit him.
Super hit for not a lot of damage. Yeah, but the Hunter's Mark is an extra 1d.
It's D6, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's the same as my hex, so.
Yeah, same effects, more or less.
6. Yeah.
All right, 6 total.
6 total.
Okay. So
It's got to make a save, right?
yeah, it's gonna make that save. The DC is gonna be 11. Away we go. Bloop. Nope, not dead. If it were a person, it would be dead, but it's a Zambo, and it's got 3. It's adding to its arrow collection, still threatening Graveris with its wavy Zombo arms.
It's gonna be a porcupine Zambo.
Pretty much.
I mean, that's what happens, right?
If you want to move or take another action, feel free. But otherwise, Graveris, it is your turn. There are 2 smelly dead people up in your business.
Judgments.
I mean, they smell and they're dead, so it's a statement of fact.
Okay, I'm gonna swap to the short sword shield situation and stab
Okay, yeah, you hit.
for 3 damage to the most damaged one.
Yeah, the one that Oleander's shot now twice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 damage. Let's make that same
DC.
roll here. DC is 8. Makes it.
Oh,
So you shank the thing.
No.
Nice solid strike, but
What is-
the zombie continues
This is our life
to
now.
live. Lane, it is your turn.
standing next to the door, did I hear anything coming from beyond it?
I mean, not casually, but there's like groaning and battle sounds and stuff happening. So if you wanted to make an action to like listen at the door, you could.
First I shout out, Gravaris, do you need help over there?
And like, yeah, Gross is like punching a zombie in the face.
There's literally a walking corpse trying to murder me.
And you just hear like clanging and grunting, and then just like, we're fine here. It's like a wet shield. Zombie face.
We're fine.
Yeah, I turned back to Anastasia and I'm just like, I should probably go help with that. Follow after me and then head over.
Okay.
And, I'll take this space so we can attack both. Yeah, let's try and finish one off, hopefully. So attacking the one on the left, I assume is the wounded one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, you hit.
That'll do.
More than 3 damage. Yeah.
All right. So difficulty is 18 for this con check.
Don't you do it.
No. All right. Yeah. So Lane, you just stride across the room, and carrying the momentum of your little dash into a swing and chop the thing apart. Its blood splashes all over the door behind it, and it slumps to the ground. The remaining zombie turns its attention to you, Lane, and takes a swing. But hammers against your armor to no effect.
Silly Zambo, that's not gonna be enough.
It's true. It's true. Anastasia? Would you
I throw Eldritch Blast. And I hit it for 7 damage.
Yeah, you hit it for 4, but yes, you do.
Oh yeah, 4. My bad. 4 damage.
That's okay. It's like 7.
Are you following after me just in case?
Wait, no. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Never mind.
It's okay.
The three confused me because it's my
rolls automatically. Yeah.
Auto rolls crits. Which is,
so yeah, you blast the thing, and this time, yeah, hit it square in its gross torso. There's a sizzling as its flesh melts away. And then Oleander, it is your turn.
My force damage is really hot.
I switch my Hunter's Mark over to the remaining living Zambo. And then I shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
With Ian Gravaris very close to my arrow. If you played with that, like, crit fail is like a massive failure, that would be really, really shitty.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Cool. Okay. So you got an 11. That's a hit.
And then 1d6 for Hunter's Mark, so total of 13.
Nice.
All right.
Another 18.
18 con save. Survey says
No.
no dice. All right. Both of the zombies have been dispatched. They go from being undead to just dead. And then
favorite transition.
yeah, and then the hall falls silent as the zombie flumps to the ground.
And I collect some arrows off of the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them is broken, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Damn
so-
Zambo. It's probably the Hail of Thorns one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It probably turned into a sapling inside it or whatever.
That's super awesome. I love the idea of like the zombies down and the thorn bush is like still growing out of it, like into like a living like bush.
Yeah. At the end of the fight, like a little purple flower like opens the end of one of the vines. Yeah, I like the idea that you turn your projectile into like a seed, right, and fire the seed into the person. It's kind of.
I'm just imagining it as like not like a regular thorn bush, though it's some kind of like underdark, like gross thing.
Totally.
Like...
Yeah. It's kind of like horrifying spike mushroom.
Horrifying spike.
Yeah. Cool. So you have three options before you. A door to your left, a set of double doors to your left, a set of double doors to the right. Neither of these seem to have been touched in some time. The door on the left now has zombie blood all over it, but the one on the right seems just like shut and quiet. And then the one straight ahead, has the splatters from the zombies pounding their fists against it, trying to press through. Where would you like to go? What do you want to do?
So I walk over to where the zombies were, sort of like beating on this door.
Okay.
And can I like look at this door by comparison with the others and sort of see if there's anything different about it or any reason that they may be attracted to it?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. Anybody want to help me out, or are we just?
Yeah, I'll come over and help you. and I'll say what I was going to say in character to help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's probably not the door so much as what's behind it. I would imagine this is where our.
I mean, I definitely agree that you're right, but if zombies are attracted to something, it usually means life, don't you think?
Bride might still be inside.
So
Oleander
as you sorry, just to let you know, so like as you cross the room, you notice that the floor, where before you thought maybe it was littered with like just debris, like bits of roots or rock or whatever from above, you notice that the debris is actually like rotted wood furniture. There's like a long table that's like crumbled and kind of like gone to dirt. There's little clusters of like mushrooms growing around the base of the columns. The dampness in here got to this stuff, but it seems like this was once used as a great dining hall. But now, like I said, all the stuff has kind of fallen apart and rotted away. The door to the left, the difference between the doors, the door nearest Graveris is made of wood with iron bands. The wood is like the rest of the place, like the first like surface layer of it is all rotten and sort of wet. But at one point, it was like brightly painted. You can see there's flakes of this like long peeled paint still clinging to the door. The door on the right is a stone door and seems better sealed. It seems to like run right to the edge of the floor and ceiling. And then the door at the far end, under all the zombie blood, is inlaid with a now long faded and peeling image of the Dragon Queen, Tiamat. You also notice, sort of scattered about the room, several like very decomposed and like highly chewed up kobold bodies. They also may be missing limbs or have chunks ripped out of them. Yeah.
Oleander she was tracking the footsteps that got down here. Are there any like footsteps showing where the human and kobolds like moved through this space at all? Like,
make a survival check. We'll say DC. The ground is wet. DC 10.
Survival check?
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot a ranger isn't trained in survival.
And I have advantage on wisdom checks when it comes to tracking my favorite enemy.
Oh,
right?
sweet.
Yeah, so I have advantage, but I don't actually
Well,
I'm not actually trained in it. So
At least there's that.
Thanks.
Well, got him anyway.
So, you can definitely track like you can recreate kind of the scene, right? Like the tracks lead down here, and then there's a sort of like waltz-like assembly of tracks that indicate to you a fight that the human and the kobolds seem to have lost, and they fell back beyond the doors that the zombies were pounding on. And then you obviously lose track of the tracks because
they're
where they
fast.
stop. Yeah, there's a door. Yep.
So Oleander like does the whole like sleuthing bit, and then she looks up and says, "It seems like, well, due to the fact that the zombies were still here, the people we're following did not actually get the better of them and appear to have gone through, obviously, this door here. I don't think that they investigated the other two, but we could, or we could just follow them."
If they're prepared for, well, I'd assume that they prepared for something coming through here, whether it was the zombies or whatever. So if we perhaps look for another way around, we might be able to surprise them somewhat, if you think it might connect at some point.
Yeah. So I still have I have an investigation check to address. Anastasia in investigating the scene, right? Investigating the doors in the room and picking up those additional details.
Yeah.
A 9 isn't going to be enough to get you much of
I mean, I didn't think so.
much of
That's why-
value, but I will give you something of interest. The pillars are inset with semi-precious stones. The eyes of the dragons on the pillars seem to be carved of or made of like onyx or jade. Garnet, that sort of thing. And this place doesn't appear to have been looted, though with Oleander's additional information, it may just be that the person in here didn't have time. But yeah, there's still, you could like pry them out They're all kind of all over the columns.
I want shiny things.
Okay. I'm not particularly interested in the jewels or any of the valuables. We're here for the books, right?
Yes.
So I turn to Lane and I say, we could find another way around, or if we wanted to take the most direct route, I would imagine wherever the zombies went or were trying to go would be the quickest straight line to the nearest living thing.
Right. Yes, I don't disagree. It's just I suppose whether we want to go there and
I don't.
one of the defenses.
We don't know how disturbed the rest of this place has been. The other passages may lead through traps or resting places of things that would best be kept where they are. This is just my opinion. I'll follow where you lead, as your sword is the biggest thing keeping me from getting mangled. So
That's true.
I'm so curious. I have to know what's behind the other doors. And then like Oleander goes up to the pillar and like starts like trying to pry like the shiniest, prettiest thing, like hoping that it might buy her some prettier arrows.
You just start gluing them onto your arrows. Yeah, like you'd have to actually climb the pillars if you wanted to get them all out. You could get everything from like above your head to the floor.
I don't think she would go that far. She's not that desperate, but I do think she likes shiny. So
Okay.
Well, there's no reason not to get them. We can take some time if you need to.
how much time would it take for me to just like
Walk
go
around
at it?
each pillar, prying out the.
Yeah, like are we willing to spend that time, or are they just gonna be like, come on, like go, like we're getting out of here?
I mean, I'm gonna watch you judgmentally as you rob this tomb.
I have a question. I mean,
Yes, Graveris.
in what direction does the door open that the zombies were banging on?
All of these doors open into this room. They all open into the hall.
Cool. So I start dragging the zombie bodies and just pile them in front of the door to act as a like moderate barricade to it.
Gross.
Which door?
The door that the zombies were banging on.
Okay, I guess we're going.
Yeah, I mean, if you pile them all up, it's like a 10-foot across. I mean, you'd get like maybe up to your waist, so you'd have to like lie down, kind of like to get cover, or like crouch to get cover behind.
This is just to prevent the door from opening
Yeah, sure.
inward. And then is there like I find some random like is there like an old sword or something that I can just like jam into the door to prevent it from opening? I'm just trying to like wedge this door as much.
Quite rotten.
Or I can use my crowbar, which has served.
Yeah, you don't. There's no random stuff, but you could try it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like I figured the door probably like a big stone door. It would have like
It has to have some kind of handle
to pull. Yeah, definitely.
If it opens inward, right?
Yeah, you pull it.
So yeah, so I'll like wedge a crowbar through and just do what I can to prevent this door from being opened. With the assumption that we're going to try to go around, or at least we're going to leave this room, and we don't want anyone getting out, escaping, while we are doing our other business.
Looks like our decision has been made for us. And I continue to just like try it.
Yeah, we'll move away from there. Gross. Yeah, nice.
Hang on a second. I'm making a pile here.
Make my zombie pile.
Zombie pile.
Example pile. It's fun for the whole family.
Beautifully gory.
That you can loot, right? You've got time to do your gem stuff while Gravaris, and I guess I'll help Gravaris make this thing.
Yes, while Gravaris and you make a pile of dead zombies, I'm trying to get shiny things.
I will supervise.
Supervise the shiny thing getting or the zombie piling.
Both.
Okay, there you go.
I'm not gonna get my hands dirty.
So the two of you drag bodies over, and I just imagine like like you try to pick one up, and it's like arm yanks off when you try to drag it over there, and like it's pretty.
Yeah, there's a lot of like kind of scooping.
Yeah, totally.
Ugh. Now you guys are both smelly and covered in gore. Ugh.
From the elbow
This
down.
was true
at least.
beforehand.
Yeah, this is also true. Yeah, fights are messy. Okay. So if you're not willing to like climb up to get all of the gems, I think let's see. There's 5. There's 1 gem in each eye in each of the pillars. So 5 each on the pillars, 15 total. I think you can get like 1 or 2 dragons. Let's say you you manage getting like 10 total.
10 random gems.
Yeah, you can reach 10 of them. They're worth 2 gold apiece.
Okay.
So,
My loot dock. Okay, so do we want to go left or right?
so which door looks like rotted and which one looks like stone and strong and stuff?
The left door is like kind of rotted and looks like it's seen over the years more use than the door to the right. In fact, I think that the walls on the left and right of the door seem like they're like more discolored, as if these doors were open most of the time when this place was in use. Kind of like when you take a picture off the wall. Like these doors seem to have just been open most of the time, and they're all kind of like rotten and shut now. But
Cool, let's go this way.
All right.
Or the rotten, gross one?
Is that likely to be kitchens then, perhaps?
Who knows?
Depending on what purpose this place.
Oleander like stands behind and readies an arrow in case.
We established this was a dining hall, right? The one that we're in right now.
yeah, it's a great hall. So like a meeting hall, a dining room, like all that sort of stuff.
Could be a kitchen, I guess. Could be a waiting area.
Best way to know is to push through the door. Now go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And I like have my bow and I'm ready.
Hauls the door open.
Okay. All right. So you pull the door open, and beyond you see a long hallway with many doors, most of which are in fairly like bad shape. Like they're wooden doors, crumbling, some like falling open. That's why you can kind of see through part of the hinges in some places. And then at the far end of the hall, you can just make out another set of doors down here. And there are doors that line the entire hallway on left and right.
Can we just like, I mean, I guess I look around the group and say, well, shall we check the side doors independently or?
Yeah, so we'll room to room this place with just like Graveris standing with like shield and sword ready while Lane like kicks the door, and then we like.
I really don't think there's room for me to have like a bow knocked and ready, so I'm gonna stand at the end of the hallway, and like if something like comes out, I guess I'll go for it. But.
Okay, so each of the first 2 rooms that you open are like a 10-foot by 10-foot like cell, essentially like a stone room, no windows, no decoration. There's nothing of use in the rooms that isn't rotting away to nothing. Metallic stuff in the room, like nails holding the furniture together, has long rusted into uselessness. And each room seems to have at one point contained a bed, which is now just kind of like a matted, moldy mattress, and into the back wall of each one. So on the left, it's the far wall. On the right, same thing, like past the door. There are shelves carved into the wall as the only other. There's like a bed and these shelves, and next to nothing else.
Prisoners then, or sleeping.
The doors don't have locks on them.
Perhaps the servants.
And as you continue down the hallway, you find. Carry on down the hall, and I'll remove the doors as you go. You find that each door opens up into a similar room. So this whole hallway, left and right, is marked by these little cells. Now, as you get closer to the back of the hall, the far end of the hallway, you notice that a few of these rooms do have wooden, or I guess they'd be metal pegs that have been added into the stone as sort of like coat racks. They must all have had them at one point, but the ones closest to the hall, they've rusted away. And on one of them, you find a long a set of like robes that's actually still like kind of in okay shape. It is a garish robe, crafted in multiple colors. I'm sure you can guess what they are. But yeah, so they're like these sort of like flowing robes with each section in a different color, and then with a long triangular like hood as well. And there's just one suit of these robes like hanging from the peg in that last room.
Anastasia, any interest in these? I don't know if they're magical
robes. I mean,
they've
been
already, haven't you?
Sitting here rotting, haven't they? All right, I'll take them with us at the very least.
Okay, yeah. So just note down like ancient chromatic robes.
I will.
Ancient.
Underneath the robe, hanging from the peg, is a leather pouch. Seems to have been protected from the elements by the robe hanging above it.
I'm not there. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Yeah, so I like squeeze the pouch. What's in it?
You can feel the unmistakable sensation of metal coins rubbing against each other.
Great. I just like pull it off the hook.
Yeah, the leather thong just snaps.
Yeah, stash it in.
Yeah. All right. There's 15 gold pieces inside.
Sweet. Dave, are you tracking team treasure? Nice.
Yep. All right. And this
These ancient chromatic robes, are they just feel like any other cloth I'd stuff into my bag?
Yeah.
All right.
They're made of like dyed linen of. Actually, I think because these would be made, it's not like these are obviously like made. I was gonna say by hand, but so is everything. But like the material, I make a perception check. I'm giving you information for free. You can roll.
Okay. All right. Fine. Fine. I will. I see how it is. I can't ask basic questions about objects in my hand.
No, come on, you gotta play by the rules. You want free information about the narrative, come back tomorrow. But in this case, yeah, with a 7, like, yeah,
Brutal.
they're like handmade, basically. You can tell that the material wasn't necessarily like woven on a loom. This was a lot of time and energy went into making this garish garment.
Okay, well, I'm still taking it. I just wanted to see if there's anything else I could learn. All right. So this seems to have been a dead end then.
There's a door.
Yeah, and there's a door at the
this last set of doors.
Oh.
Leander's still got her like bow knocked and ready.
So we're gonna do this.
I'm like holding this. I'm like holding this robe like dead end, and you guys are all at a door. I'm like, oh.
Does somebody want to have a quick listen at it? See if we can discern anything in the room beyond?
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so perceptive.
The 22 plus 1, 23.
All right, so you listen to the door. Everybody goes quiet. I can't do that thing where you like make the water droplet noise with your face. I've never been able to do it. Imagine that sound. You hear the sound of like water dripping in the room beyond.
See, that wasn't so hard.
But no, it's like not a pop. It's like a
it's like a poik.
Yeah,
like people like
it's,
people
I
like
can't do it. But yeah,
it's
you
like
inside your cheek while you go like make the noise. I can't do it.
either.
No one here is capable, but but you hear like water like dripping in the room beyond. There's some blooping sounds.
Don't be afraid, I'll save you. And I'm just like, really arrogant and like holding my bow and like my arms shaking a little because I've had it ready like this whole time.
I just have bowstring taut. Like,
yeah, and Oleander, you can see your dark vision is like crazy good. So, you'll be able to see if they open the door. You've got lots of range on them.
So yeah, we open the door.
Okay. All right. You open the door, and
It's behind door number like 17.
yeah, seriously. So this room, it's a rectangular shaped room. It was likely used as a kitchen if the shelves and the stone fire pit is any indication. You can see a small door on the far side. It's like mostly rotted and like kind of swollen into its frame. There are some like wooden carved bowls and like cutlery, essentially like spoons and stuff, kind of like scattered about the room, and there's a puddle of water in the middle of the room. And if you look above, there's water like bloop, 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 dripping down into the room from above.
Cool. So I'm going to walk around the puddle to the door.
Okay. So as you move around the puddle, I think you
It becomes something not a puddle.
get to about there, and yes, I need to roll something as you walk by the puddle.
I was going to say, we haven't been on, like, we would have known that above this area there was like a body of water, right? And we're in underground.
It was just like a bunch of
It's just like
grassland.
it's like groundwater. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The earth above is like soaked through, and it's like dripping down into here.
okay.
However, as you pass by,
No.
The ooze comes out.
Goo.
Pseudopod.
all right. So
Gray goo.
Oh, no.
So a pseudopod of like shimmering kind of amorphous gloop splashes out towards your leg from the pool of water, and
Cool. And
tries
Reverse
to grab you.
lashes at it with his sword and
Ew.
pulls his foot out of the way and is fine. My AC is 16.
Yeah.
You're right.
Gross.
Yeah, totally. So you try to like hop out of the way, but the ooze is aware of your presence. Let's roll initiative because I need to be able to track
Alright.
what's happening when.
Right on.
Let me put
I get a
this,
13.
put this ooze on the correct layer.
I have some kind of feeling that arrows aren't going to do that much to ooze. Just
Where are you?
I mean, it's goo.
Yeah.
Where are you? She's back in the hallway.
She's literally miles back down the
I have
hall.
120 feet of dark vision.
Think of it as
see forever.
not like Jello, but as a bag full of goop. So you
So
don't
if I
hold in the
exhaust
bag.
the bag, I can still have some
It's like
kind
a
of.
bag of milk. All right, let me roll for this little creature. Initiative wise, pop that thing out. There we go. Okay, here we are. Bloop. All right. Anastasia or Gravaris, either of you can go.
I guess Graveris can go
Hold on.
first, and then I will go.
And move the entire universe. There we go.
You should go first.
All right. I somehow think electricity is going to be really nice against this. So
Well, it's like watery, right?
I mean, it looks conductive. So
It is nearly indistinguishable from like kind of oily water or like wet stone. All you can really make out is this like tendril that's like lashed out of the
all right.
pool.
I cast Witch Bolt
yeah,
Okay.
do the thing.
to try and lightning it.
Are you gonna use your bonus action to hex it?
I mean, no, because then I have to use another first level spell slot, and I don't have a lot of those.
Right. Spell slots. I remember now.
So 3 lightning damage.
Alright. So yeah, your witch bolt flies into the pool of water. There's
It's the connected Emperor Palpatine lightning, like.
and there's like sparks that sort of like snap out from your hands, and the pseudopod goes like rigid and like retracts into the ooze. But it still seems like you can still see it moving independently of the puddle.
I have a
Sorry, go ahead.
mechanics question because I can't be in direct sunlight, but lightning is probably like really bright, right?
Yeah, there's not a lot of lightning underground. It's not like it's going to negatively affect you, but yeah, there's a sudden like white flash of light.
Yeah.
But it's not going to negatively affect me. You're saying?
No.
Just-
no.
Is the water that this thing's in conductive at all?
Not
It's water.
really. Like, I don't. I mean, if somebody else was standing in the puddle, like maybe, but not really.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so is Lane within 5 feet of it?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Great. I'm gonna sneak attack with my short sword.
Sneak attack
Is
ooze.
13 a hit?
It is, yeah.
Okay, I do 8 plus 5, 13 damage.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, while it's recoiling from the lightning and stuff, I just like plunge my sword into it repeatedly.
Nice. Yeah, so you're stabbing the ooze, and it's like you think that you're hurting it. It's kind of hard to tell, but it seems like it's like dissipating somewhat as you stab at it. All right, so the ooze can go.
Ooze can go.
So first,
Lane.
Lane, you get attacked by this ooze right here.
Oh, I can see it. Yay.
Okay.
So that ooze like appears and like lashes out at your legs with its pseudopod. Look at all the dice in the universe.
Oh, my plate armor.
So you get an 18, which hits you.
Pseudopod, I hate you so much.
So your armor class is reduced to 17, and you take some damage.
That sucks.
Smite it, Dave. Smite it.
I don't have any.
Oh.
All right.
they
So
hurt.
you
Wow.
take 6 bludgeoning damage from the attack, and then 8 more acid damage as the thing dissolves both armor and flesh. So it
Damn,
lashes
that's
out with a pseudopod
3d16
and
hits.
wraps around, I think, like your waist and one of your legs and squeezes, and you can hear the metal like bending, and there's this like line where it starts to corrode and like sizzle away. So that's a thing.
I'm really glad that didn't hit me. That would have been me down.
Oh, and Lane has seen oozes before, if you will recall.
I think it was even the same kind of ooze.
Yeah.
And
Great.
then Grivaris, my dear friend.
There are more than one ooze?
Oh, there are several more than one ooze.
Oh, God.
A third ooze reveals itself and slurps its way over to you.
I don't want to get schlorped.
And then you get slurped at twice.
Unschlorp me.
The first ooze slurps you soundly.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
God.
I get to hit it first.
This is the
So
one in the
much
corner.
slurp.
No, this is the one in the corner. The first ooze.
Right.
Yeah.
Go for 5. Yeah.
For 5.
I can't see that one. I
And
can't.
then the second ooze rallies itself to make an attack. So Lane, you can try your swing at it.
Never mind.
No. Well, no, you get a 10. Yeah, you hit it. Yeah,
Oh,
these
okay.
things, their armor class is quite low.
Because they're freaking puddles.
It's a puddle. Yeah.
Bonk it.
Okay. All right. You bonk it out of existence. It returns to the gloopy heaven.
Damn it! That was
From whence all oozes
which
come.
bolt.
Sorry, I had to.
No, it's good.
So, Oleander, it is your turn.
I can only see one, the one that attacked Lane.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give that one cover because like it's literally like on the floor, and you're shooting past like Anastasia.
It would be like with a prone enemy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, like with a prone enemy. Okay. Well, I mean, it's what I can do.
Yeah, so you have- you
if
just
I
have
get
this-
close enough, then I have a disadvantage because I'm too close. So to shoot it. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shoot it.
Okay.
I hit it.
Oh,
I mean, you do.
I
It's
would've.
not. It's not a crit. You hit it, but you don't. Yeah, you don't get your crit.
Oh,
So
no.
Do I do 9? Does
The 9 hits. Yep.
oh it does?
Yeah, these things have terrible armor class.
Well, I still got 10, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I mean that's good. I'm proud of this. Hitting something on the ground that's an ooze. Yeah.
good shot.
Hunter's mark.
Lane,
Oh yeah, my hunter's mark is still active. It hasn't been an hour. I guess.
it's definitely been an hour. Like the amount of time
Oh,
you had
'cause we
you
were-
had to pry
yeah.
all the things out and search
Yeah.
every single room. It's totally an hour.
Okay, that's fine.
Lane, it is your turn.
I think I'm gonna. Actually, I don't even need to. I was like, I should Vow of Enmity it, but it has like 9 AC, so I don't really need to. Out of spell slots, I guess it's just yeah, and I can't get close enough to Cravaris to be able to give him sneak attack on that one. I should move down here. I should do that and then hit.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you totally hit it.
Deal. I'll re-roll that one.
Okay.
Still 9 damage.
Meant to be.
Awesome. Yeah. So you lash out and slash through one of its like flailing pseudopods, which kind of just like bursts and like dissipates into the greater puddle. But the creature still fights on. The ooze continues to live. Anastasia, it is your turn.
These poor goos. All they wanted was to absorb our
They
flesh.
just wanted to pseudopod you into a goo that they could absorb through osmosis.
Their blobular ways.
Yeah, that's what they're feed, right? They just dissolve you into a nutrient.
I cast
slurry.
Eldritch Blast and I
hit it.
deal damage to
Alright.
the one in front of Lane.
You have your witch bolt was on the one that died. Got it.
It is,
Yeah, it's good.
it is blasted to shit. You
Hell yeah!
fire your Eldritch Blast, and the force of it just blows. It's like it's like firing compressed air into a sink full of water.
I like blow chunks out of the floor. Like
Yeah, just like little globs of Jello fly everywhere and sizzle on the walls.
everybody sort of goes
Dripping
like
from the ceiling. Yeah, totally. Setting off a cherry bomb in a Jello mold.
yeah.
Graveris, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I guess I'll sword this one in front of me.
Okay.
I hit for 6 damage.
All right. Cool. The ooze retaliates. Blarg. And I get a 15, which is again just a narrow miss. Cool. Okay.
It's probably like it goes into my shield. It like sticks to my shield, but it's a dragon scale and not metal.
Yeah.
Hey!
Solve it, but it won't.
Totally. Yeah, I like that. Oh, hang ye on one moment, my friends.
Hang ye on.
Lane and Graveris, both of you, your weapons are
I'm not
damaged.
wearing metal armor.
No, your weapons are damaged. For every attack that you've made on an ooze, so Lane,
Okay.
you've done 2. You are now at a -2 penalty to your damage rolls with this weapon.
Okay.
And Graveris, your sword is at -1.
So I took 1 less damage.
Yeah, that's right. And you attacked again, so your weapon is -1 again.
It is now at -2.
Yes, that's right.
Ooh, does that like carry onward?
Yes, forever. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So you swipe your sword through it, and then it starts to get pitted and like drip molten metal for a moment before before you can shake the stuff off. Also, Oleander, any weapon, any ammo you fire at these things is gone forever.
it's
You don't
completely
get it
lost.
back.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Lane's whole idiom is being eroded along with his equipment.
All right. Well, obviously, I can only see the dead one, and I hear sounds of continuing fighting. So, what am I? 30? Yeah.
Did you hear the panicked glooping of an ooze?
So I can get to
Or-
the doorway,
Yeah.
and that is my entire move.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. It's ooze
More-
for I'll get you, humans. Bloop.
I don't think I can get into the room. I think I can only get to the doorway. So
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Think
you
if
you
you
make
had
a make a mad dash for the door, get to the edge, and yeah, you can see
head into the
Graveris.
spot. Yeah, you're totally going to be able to hit it if you just go.
well,
behind
next turn because I had to take 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Lane, it is your turn.
Don't hit it again. I'll blow it up.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Do I have anything else? A flask of oil still. All my good old shit. No, I'm afraid I don't have very much. I spent all my gold. I don't even have a backup weapon.
I don't get to say this very often, but stand back. I got this.
Oh, Anastasia.
Okay. I do. Yeah, I just moved back to defend them.
Okay, so you can just like take the dodge action.
Yeah.
Anastasia.
I Eldritch Blast the thing
Okay.
with my blast of Eldritch.
I Eldritch Blast him with blasts of Eldritch energy. Thank you. I feel so immersed in the ongoing.
I mean, okay, do you
It's
want more?
To be fair, you do have a very difficult task in that you have a limited number of things that you can do as a warlock and have to find fun way to describe them every
Listen,
time.
I described them well the first time, and after
You did.
that, it's just the quick one.
I will call your
Her
attention
arm
back to
glows and things.
I'll call your attention back to the John Harper School of GMing. Just imagine the coolest Eldritch Blast you can. That's what happens. All right,
Well,
so
I mean,
do
you
like-
guys all know that it's like the tattoos, and then the infernal language, and bam, you
Yeah.
know, like
Cool.
there
So
you go.
there's a burst of force sending splatters of ooze all over the place. It isn't quite dead, but it's very nearly there.
Did you take
Do I
repelling
get any ooze on me? That's gross.
Did I take repelling blast? I did. Can I throw it 10 feet away from me?
Yeah, if you move it a bit away from Gavaris, it means you can
Just a 5 foot
You can
like
spread
diagonal.
It can't move away from you. The wall is there.
But isn't the space that's beside it further away?
I don't know how that works. Let's look at force movement.
I feel like it could be fair to have it move. It doesn't
Yeah.
say directly away, nor is that even possible given that we're on a grid.
Well, it would be possible, right? Directly away would be this square here, directly behind it, right, in a line. There is a line, and it can't move that direction. I'm gonna look because it's worth knowing. I
It's
don't know.
fine. It's fine if not. I just
Oh
you know.
yeah. Again, it's one of those things where we should check now so that later when it actually matters, we'll know.
Yeah, we'll have a previous ruling.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called though. Like I looked up. Force
Repelling
movement.
blast. Repelling blast is the name of the warlock thing.
What was the other one you took? I forgot. Oh, it can go farther or something?
Mine was the other one was agonizing blast, which is I get my charisma bonus.
It's called push. Okay, so let's see if I can find that. Nope.
Just rule it. Just rule what you think is right, and we'll figure it out later.
Well, it's like it's got to move away from you, and we were doing that where if it can't move directly away from you, it stops moving, right? With the turn undead.
With the zombies, yeah, so it can't move.
Yeah,
That's
so
fine.
it just stops
Yeah,
where
it's
it is.
fine.
You
So
smush it up against the
It
wall.
it just kind of sloshes against the wall.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so Graveris' sword is like slowly coming apart in his hand. But he's still just like stabbing it into this thing.
Yeah.
So I do 1 damage.
Okay. All right. And now
Oh,
your sword
God.
is at 1 more less damage.
Yep.
Oh,
So
God.
you've got how much damage does your sword deal now? Like 1d6 minus 3?
1d6 plus 2 minus 3.
Right, it's plus 2 for your dice. Yeah, so your sword is just like this sort of twisted thing. It's still kind
Yeah.
of sharp on the end.
Oh, God.
Okay, so the ooze will retaliate with its pods. Gets a 7, so it doesn't hit you. Oleander, it is your turn.
All right, so I have to get into the room more. I'm gonna, I guess, just peek and like move one thing forward, and then I can see. And I'm like, oh gosh, Gravaris is in danger. This is really bad. I need to shoot this thing with my only thing I can shoot with. So I do that,
Pew! Yeah, you do it.
and I hit it for 11 damage.
All right, you expire the thing.
I expire the
It
thing.
it dissolves. I think you shoot through it with your arrow, and we watch the arrow like melt away as the thing just kind of like dissipates into the stones of the floor.
Graveris just like chucks the sword into the puddle. What's left?
I pull out a dagger from my belt and sort of offer it to you. I've got like you can see that there's probably at least like 4 or 5 of these on me somewhere.
Yeah, I have the same thing going on, so I'm just like already pulling out a knife from this like bandolier of knives.
It literally just is like I proffer the dagger, so you pull out one and go, of course.
Yeah, you just open your cloak and you're just bristling with swords. You're like,
You're like, oh, you're one of those kinds of people.
yeah,
Of course he is. Of course he is.
got a
Right?
good deal for you, stranger. Cool. Okay, so you've dispatched
What are you
the
buying?
oozes. You've dispatched the oozes, and let's take a break here.
Okay.
We can frolic a moment in the gloop, and
Gloop.
yeah, and when we get back, we'll maybe see what's behind the last door at the end of the hall.
Okay.
Stick around. More dungeons definitely dragons. I can't promise. I mean, definitely dungeons. There's no dragons in this adventure. Never
There's no
mind.
choice.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Tyranny of Dragons definitely doesn't have any dragons in it anywhere.
No.
Probably not.
But there might be more ooze. So if you want more ooze, come on back.
This is my favorite.
We'll be right back.